Hi, how's it going? I'm not doing too great, but hopefully this will do a fair bit to help. This game's cute, it makes me smile, and frankly, I need more of that in my life. Right now, especially. 59th of week. Can we see a calendar, please? Alright, what do we got? My shipment of infusions finally arrived this morning. I now have access to bay crystals and frozen pine cones. Ooh, interesting. Together with Fable's Phoenix chilies, I have 3 infusions now. I'll unpack them later when I have some time. I have a feeling they'll be of use soon. Look at that, we're already getting more complex recipes. Hell yeah. I'm gonna eat you, bird. This is gonna be interesting. Well, hey, you two. So, Innkeep, a drink for me and this lanky pal. Good to see you too, Lynn. She meant to say please. Welcome back, Fable. You look alive. Thank you, I am. That seems like a given. I'm just happy to see them doing well. And with a friend. We ain't friends. Oh no, getting shot down already? Ah, my heart. We're not? So you two didn't form a party? No. Oh. And then what's the drink about? They may be very annoying, but they did just help me solve a family feud of 10 years. Yikes. So I owe them some of your dishwater at least. You fucking tsundere. Family feud. I wouldn't call it a feud, more of a miscommunication. Relatable. No, it was a feud. I feel like a feud implies a certain level of hostility. I was going to kill him. I thought that was a joke. It wasn't. Oh. At least it's done, right? But no one died. No. Elfie here was able to prevent that. It's Fable. Whatever. Does this just have something to do with your quest? It does. I stopped her from killing the werewolf. Elaborate, please. I was going to kill the werewolf. They stopped me from killing the werewolf. What's not to get? A lot. I think he's confused between the quest was to save the villagers from the werewolf. Now it sounds like I saved the werewolf from you. Which I did. Kind of. I also remember saying you didn't want the quest, Lynn. I didn't. was there by chance. They were both stealing sheep. Oh boy. Was not. Sure was. Oh man, they did so good. Adventuring don't pay what it used to. So you steal other people's sheep. Mind your own business. Okay. How did any of this lead to a successful quest? Well, where do I start? How about the beginning? Right. I was born on a half-crescent dreaming moon. Ooh, what's a dreaming moon? Oh, the quest fable. Right, the quest. The quest. Traveling there was no trouble. I know enough shortcuts to travel through the Ashen Grove swiftly. I reached the borders of... Still don't know how to say that. Right around dusk. The Ashen Grove thins out over there, and you can catch a glimpse of the wide fields and vineyards, as well as see one farm after the other. An idyllic sight. Well, at least before sunset. Do you have trouble in the dark? Emotionally? Visually? A little. I mean, I reckon I can still see more than a human could, but darkness is darkness, and I am no owl. Thank God. You are already weird enough. No, don't do that to her. Imagine the damage you'd do if you could turn your head all the way around. Who says I can't? Good answer. Just kidding. Anyway, luckily darkness doesn't affect my hearing. Not the normal kind. What? Nothing. Okay, I heard a creaking fence and footsteps that were failing at keeping quiet. Your ears are failing at being small. So I snuck closer and I saw a werewolf-esque shape picking up a tiny sheep. I was petting it. Well, I thought she was gonna eat it, so I summoned up all my courage and stepped out of the shadows, and I said, "Good evening, werewolf. Please put down the sheep." I don't think that's the line read they were going for, but it's the line read I'm gonna stick with. I didn't expect them to be entirely in their right mind, of course, but I wanted to be polite. And I thought I might confuse her. I thought it might confuse her, and maybe that would help calm her down. It confused me, alright. Who the heck sees a werewolf and the first thing they do is greet them? A polite person. Okay, Fable's my favorite, no contest. We appreciate Fable in this household. Or an insane one. It worked, didn't it? 'Cause I ain't no werewolf. It wasn't that different. But I'm skipping ahead. To my surprise, instead of a growl, the werewolf, or not werewolf, responded with a what? So the confusion plan had worked, but I hadn't really expected that response. So I said again, please put down the sheep. And she asked, why? And I said, well, because stealing sheep isn't very nice. And she asked who I was. No, I asked, who are you, a guard? I was about to introduce myself when we heard this blood-curdling howl. It sounded like someone had ripped a hole into the fabric of reality and pierced it with a horrid yell. Please, it was barely a bark. It made my blood freeze in my veins. I heard panting and heavy footsteps, and I could barely dread to turn around. You turned around immediately. And when I did, I stared into the twisted face of a werewolf, yellow gleaming with jaundice. Sharp teeth, giant claws. He looked like he wanted to eat me right up. He did. But before I could beg for mercy, suddenly something rushed past me and lunged at the werewolf. When I regained my composure, Lynn and the werewolf were both on the ground, fighting tooth and nail. And the sheep you were holding? Obviously, I set it down at that point. Good. So you went to Fable's aid? No, that ain't it. I noticed the wolf's flannel rags. They were blue checkered and had an uneven print. Just like the kind of stuff old Uncle Dagon likes to wear. That old. Hey, why can't I say that? What the? Youth protection. The age rating system is quite harsh. Oh, thank you. Anyway, it was dressed like Uncle Dagon. Smelled like Uncle Dagon. Lot like him too. I was joking when I brought it up before, you know. I hadn't seen that old man in years. Was coping about it by joking. That's the only way I can talk about him these days. Because of the feud? Yes. He used to be my favorite uncle. But then he changed. Became irritable, angry, distant. Fought a lot with Uncle Fedor. Cared more about the moon than he did about his own family. Eventually he just left. Ran away without a word. Left us and Uncle Fedor behind. Worried senseless. Until we found a letter saying not to look for him and all their savings missing. Swear I was gonna kill him if ever I saw him again. I thought he just couldn't face up to his problems. Turns out his solution was just to get those problems as far away from everyone as possible. Idiot. Did you talk it out with your fists? I tried, but Elfie stopped me. I'm glad they did. How did you figure that out? Well, she was yelling at him. I didn't understand half of it, but I could tell she was angry and hurt. I tried to get their attention by telling them to stop, but they wouldn't listen, so I shot an arrow right next to both their heads. My aim was a little shaky, so I did end up grazing Mr. Dagon's ear. But it got them to stop for long enough to start listening to me. I threatened them that if they didn't stop to talk, I would shoot them both. I would have never done that, of course. But they must have believed me, because they actually stopped to listen. Looked mighty scary there, little pal. Thank you. I sat them down and did my best to be an insurmountable obstacle between them. I suck at reading. Who's that wolf fellow? Number one, that's a girl wolf. But she's gruff. She's nice when she gets an hour. If they wanted to fight, they would have to go through me. That sounds rather dangerous. Wouldn't have stopped them though. Wouldn't have stopped for them. Blah, I suck. Lost all her appeal. Such a shallow view, Ron. Such a shallow view. I will learn to forgive you one day. What? You're the size of a stick. You think you could have stopped 2 angry wolves? Oh, well. Anyway. I used the opportunity to figure out what was going on. And that's how I found out about Mr. Dagon and Lynn and the miscommunication. Feud. The feud, sure. Turns out that Mr. Dagon was turned. He was too ashamed to admit it. Wanted a big wolf daddy. Oh, they're out there, Ron. Don't worry about it. You'll find one. I believe in you. But he couldn't stop the changes and ended up hurting all the people he cared about. That's no excuse, of course. No, it ain't. If we'd known, we'd have helped him best we could. Not a dude 0 out of 10. Strong ladies can be fun too. At the very least, we would have built a sturdy shed with scratch-proof walls for full moons. He didn't think that would have happened though. So he fixed the problem by leaving, deal with it alone and so on. But that only made it worse. Of course he was too embarrassed to come back, so... Big yawn. He just focused on the whole werewolf thing, not any human thing. Or... Bokakin? I have no idea. Things to speak. Trying to find a cure. Trying to avoid the moon. Trying to find a place to sleep. Stealing sheep. That's something they have in common. The sheep? No, the stubbornness. and the unwillingness to ask for help. But the sheep too. Lynn is not satisfied. But they had to talk about it. The silent resentment wasn't good for either of them. And you got them to do that? The little stick is oddly persuasive. I was talking about it before I even realized I didn't want to. Maybe because you did want to. Maybe. How did it go? Fine. We'll take some time to accept his apology. We'll have to see him change first. And apologize to Uncle Fedor and the rest. But it was good to see him again. Guess a hug did feel better than a great sword in his guts. Wonderful. Of course, there's still the problem with the whole werewolf thing. Idiot got so obsessed with a cure, he still can barely control himself. We helped him realize that even a cure couldn't change what he'd done. That he was to accept his different now and learn how to live again. Well, good. It's good to do such things. Build your skill sets, try new things, find out what you like. And all that matters is you had a blast with it. Even if you don't ever pick up anything art related again, you had fun. And that's worth a lot. Hey, we read that one. That's the attitude. That's the attitude. Just keep having fun. Whatever that ends up being, just have fun. It's what matters, man. You got this. Got this. Of course it won't be easy. No change ever is. I learned that from you. But we have a group of werewolves living near our settlement. A small community that enjoys the company of our warm trees. We play charades with them a lot, and they taught me about the phases of the 7 moons and the secrets of the moon signs. It sounds like a bunch of age rating. It's real. You're a crescent moose. We introduced Mr. Dagon to them, and they promised they would take him in and help him deal with his lycanthropy. That sounds great. It is. It's a happy ending. I wouldn't call it an ending, rather the beginning of something new. So the end of one adventure is just the beginning of another one? Exactly. I like that. So, after your heroic therapy session, you two decided to grab a drink together? Got offered to spend the day at settlement, but they don't serve anything strong enough for my taste. Plus, Elfie was dying to get back here. Was talking about how they needed to update you on everything nonstop. Would think they live here or something. Blah, I still suck at reading. I had to report back about the quest. I'm glad you did. They also started crafting something with the werewolves. Ah. Said something about being for you and keep. Oh, really? Yeah. It's not finished yet, but I'll let you know. I promise. That wasn't that hard, was it? Their species? Wolf people? Wait. There's a lot of lore. All you need to know is, you see that bird in the back? It keeps shitting on my floor, so we're gonna cook it. So, a drink. What can I offer you, Lynn? Surprise me with something that fits my brawn. By which I mean the usual. Strength never gets old. Ooh, I'm only getting one. Alright. So it was strength, defense, and charisma. Yep. Ooh. Woo. 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 Oh, I can't forget. Love you, Gooby. You cute little Schubert. There we go. Surprise. Not bad. You should do this professionally. Wait till you find out that I do. I'll think about it. Babel, what about you? Do you have something that'll calm me down? I didn't bring some of my agility back. Like a swift strike back to my senses. I've had a stressful day, night, morning, sequence of events. Cute. And that would be intellect and defense. 1, 2, 3. There we go. I count good. I could do this for money, but I don't. But I could. Scout Team Fortress 2. Ah. Thank you. Wow, this is perfect. You look tired. Have you considered sleep? They do look like they're gonna pass out any second. So do you. Maybe sleep is a good idea. Maybe you could sleep together. Just saying, we're apparently shipping everyone. Lynn, do you have a place to sleep? I can sleep anywhere. It's a talent. It's depressing. I have a room available. You can stay there. Sounds good. How much? I'll count it as payment for helping you, for your help with the quest. What? See, Ron, you're coming around to it. It's nice seeing the big, strong wolf lady smile. Later, Elfie. See you later. Are you heading home, Fable? Yes, I've been gone for a whole day. I need to get back and make sure everything's still growing correctly. Maybe take a nap first. Yes, that too. Did you enjoy your quest? I did. It was scary and different from what I expected. And I didn't know I was so good at pretending to be charming. Oh, we're going with this one. I like it. These are good vibes. You did well, Fable. Thank you. I hope that wasn't my only adventure. I think this is just the beginning. That would be nice. Do you think I'm going to save the world one day? That's a very tall order. You're right. I'm not cut out for that. I didn't say that. I'd just prefer it if the world didn't end. Right. But if it does, you're the first person I'd ask for help. Maybe you should ask Glenn first, but I'd be happy to be second. We'll see. Let's hope we won't. I like this world, and you have a point. We shouldn't hope for such a calamity. Why is reading so hard? Even if it would make for a good song, or a sad one, or both. I wonder if the werewolf woman is into losers. Maybe. Who knows? Not me. Wondering for a friend. Come on, Ron, you're too good to hang out with losers. Do that. I'll stock up on quests for you. I can't wait. See you soon. See you soon. Hi, Inksty. Good to know Hot Topic's still in business. Good evening to you, too. This quest. It wasn't here yesterday. That's correct. It seems dangerous. It is. And mysterious. Sure. Like me. Oh my gosh! He's so good! You could be a little less mysterious by telling me your name. Zephyr. Did the wind carry you in? No, my legs. I want that quest. Well, you can have it. Not just literally, physically, emotionally. Emotionally? I want to take on that quest. Go to the castle. To get the cape. I mean, yes. Man, you just want that vampussy, come on. Well, no one has gone to the castle yet. So if someone would like to go, they would be welcome to. So you know of the castle? Yes? It seems strange. It is. A vampire lives there. I heard rumors, whispers, a strange, fiendish woman residing there. See, you want that vampussy. Just go get it. Come on, man. What a coincidence. Me too. Has she ever frequented your tavern? Welcome back, Ron. Who's this guy? He wants that vampussy, and I get it. I don't knock him for it. He's edgy, though. He's edgy. No, not recently. But she has. Once had a vampire mixer. He's ugly too. Come on, he puts a lot of work into that. Give him that much. Interesting. So she was only here at night? Yes. Would you say she was unnaturally pale? Listen, my man, have you looked in the mirror? Don't be throwing shade you can't take yourself. No, she had a lot of makeup on. But below that mask? Sure, yes. I guess she looks pretty dead below that. What kind of drink did she order? Blood. Interest. You sell blood? Of course. Whose blood? Did you hear about wolves avoiding the castle? Really? All of them? Yes. She had a lot of werewolf traps set up. But all animals seem to steer clear of Morrow Castle. They say its doors are always locked, so nothing can go inside or leave. And anything that tries to... That is merges, right? Oh no. Merges into her land in one way or another. As a grave, a pile of decorative, that's that word, okay. Decorative bones, dirt feeding rotting flowers. They say death clings to her doorstep like an everlasting melody. Sounds like a strange place. Like a tomb for something still alive. Shut up, bro. My God. Right? Or for a goth. Goth or vampire. She seems to be a thief. It appears so. Do you not sympathize with that? Thievery is an honorable skill, but it must be performed in secret. Are you blushing? Or you're not worth the coins in your pocket? Also, stealing the man's keep is just plain rude. I suppose. Only thing worse than that is stealing a man's hat. Not if it's cursed. Especially then. Wait. Am I gonna sneeze? I can't tell. Ah! Focus on the game. Alright, let's go. Point is, you can't defend yourself from having your trophies reclaimed. You must live with the consequences. The consequences being you? Exactly. It definitely sounds like you know what you're doing. Of course I do. I am one with the shadows in the wind, gone before they even notice I'm there. So you could easily swipe something else along with that cape, right? Certainly. Gold, gemstones, or other treasures. Whatever pays the bills. What about some interior decorations? Like what, for example? Just something to pretty up my tavern a little. Maybe something useful that also doubles as a decoration. Like a chair. Stealing a whole chair sounds a little too ambitious for your first quest with me. Can this guy go to his room already? He's gotta go back to Hot Topic. We let him have it. I prefer something smaller, like a little trinket. My walls are a bit empty. You think? Wait, you're being serious? Absolutely. A memento that once belonged to an eccentric vampire sounds like a wonderful addition to my tavern. I'll see what I can do. You won't be disappointed. Well then, I trust you to deliver yourself to her doorstep and the cape back to me, along with a neat addition to my interior design. Sound like I'll need a few stamps. Would you like some? No, too traceable. How about a drink then? I could do with one of those. I heard your drinks inspire transformation of great magnitude. Allow me to dip into parts of yourself that you weren't previously aware of. Raise yourself up from your shadow. Say, what do you trade them for? Please tell me a joke. That's not... I'm not. I don't do jokes. Then I don't do drinks, I'm afraid. Oh, the poor little puppy. How do explorers hide their treasure? How? By dragging them to a safe location. Alright, I feel bad for you. You may have one of my renowned drinks. Hell yeah. I'll have some of your renowned infusions. In fact, I just got a fresh shipment today. Was finally able to unpack them. Infusions. Intriguing. What vile magic do you have to offer? Ooh, I got a bunch of stuff. For your purpose, I think you could benefit from either Fey Crystal or Frozen Pinecone. The Frozen Pinecones have absorbed some of nature's icy properties. You can drink some tomato juice or something. That's what we got the vampire. They can help you form a magical frost barrier that will hurt those trying to harm you. The Fey crystals hail straight from Avalon, allegedly. If consumed, they'll turn you invisible. Eventually. And for a bit. The duration is a bit unpredictable. I've also got some Phoenix chilies, but I don't think those would be very useful for your situation. Interesting. So, what dark depths of yourself are you looking to explore? I fear that Lady Evelyn may be of the undead nature. So I must be strong and vigorous if I want my stake in her heart before her fangs near my neck. But that doesn't sound appealing. Strength I can do. Add some frost armor should help with the fangs. Or perhaps the smarter route would be to evade her wrath entirely. To out-stealth her and steal the cape from right under her pale nose. So that she may lie in shame of having lost against me. I think such approach would require a certain amount of dexterity. Get someone who's actually hot in here. Oh, Ron. They're almost done. Help me with the decision and keep. Your wisdom is no joke, is it? Yes, please. Help me. We want swift. There we go. Boop. Glug 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 glug. 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 You're such a precious little thingy. That is right, right? Yeah, that looks right. Methinks. Okay, hang on. Yeah, it's gonna keep the infusion in there. Three. So the infusion just serves as an extra buff. That's not the right drink? What the hell you mean? Yep, that seems right in every possible way. The hell you talking about? Yep, we want the crystal. And we want it to be swift. The hell you on about, game? One there. thing. Okay, so do I have to add the infusions last? What am I doing wrong? Okay, there's no infusion. 3. Inch. Defense. There's a drink. Now we add the infusion. I don't understand. Boo hoo hoo hoo. Okay. Maybe I need to get exact stat requirements. So if I add this, it says +1, +1. 2, 3. And then add 1. We figured it out. Here you go. Drink that all vampires fear. Garlic breath? Not quite, but it's a good name. May I steal it? You don't ask for permission before you steal something, Incube. Then it's no longer a clever ruse, but a mere trade. I see. I have an obsession with buying the Witcher franchise despite the fact that they're kind of boring. Hey Jade, how's it going? You know what? I'm just gonna be happy that you're happy, and we're gonna call it good, okay? Did you hear about my new drink? The garlic breath? Good one. It tastes like... not garlic, but just as fierce to a vampire. You don't find garlic scary? No, only the absence of it. Makes 2 of us. Hopefully, this will help me evade her. But I'm not prepared for a fight. I wouldn't need one of my steps. I wouldn't need one if my steps are as swift and quiet as the wind. Getting paid tomorrow. Well, happy payday tomorrow, and I'm just gonna support you having a great time. Go for it. Goodbye, Inky. I would say, pray that the sun will carry me back to you. But my hopes do not lie with the realm keepers, and I shall be damned if they control my fate. Expect to see me again after the next sunfall. Hate my job, but I need beer and Witcher money. Relatable. Relatable. Vengeance makes for an early grave. Or for a good story. Farewell. You seem to not shit on my floor. You live today. Or I better end. Well, hi Hi, Lynn. I'm taking this quest and a drink. Your second drink today. I mean, I profit from enabling your problem, so why not? Great. Did you sleep well? What? Sleep. How was it? Ah, fine. Too long. Didn't sleep that much in ages. Sounds like you needed it. No, your beds are just too comfortable. It's hard to get up. Of course, my apologies. I'll make sure to take your feedback into consideration. Would you like a drink as compensation? I think I've already said that. Make me something strong that'll wake me up and keep me up too. It's 3, 1 charisma, 1 defense, right? There we go. We know our Wolfie girl. That is strong. Just the right amount of too much. Hell yeah. Maybe I should call this drink Carolyn. No, you shouldn't. Anyway, the quest. Yes, the quest. I'm taking it. So you said. I see it's my turn to make conversation. I'm Miss Fable. Isn't it a bit soon to take another quest? You just returned. It has been hours since I've done anything but sleep, chat, and drink. Hold up, what is this game? This game is called Tavern Talk, and it is an absolutely adorable and hilarious visual novel. Like, the last episode, I was doubled over to the chair next to me laughing my ass off. This game is so good, and I strongly recommend. I got it on sale. I'm pretty sure it was like less than 10 bucks. Oh my gosh, this game is so good. I highly recommend. If you do visual novels, hell yeah. I'm getting antsy. Can I get my son to fetch me a beer? Infants aren't very helpful with that kind of stuff. I'm afraid to inform you. Sorry. If I sit still for too long, it feels like my bones are disintegrating and I forget who I am. I think that's called boredom. It's torture. That too. Well, boring is not what I would call this quest in the slightest. If I can't do this in the game, I'm not playing it. No, you make your own alcohol in this game, unfortunately. Stealing from a chimera for a vampire sunscreen. Couldn't get more reckless than that. It could be taken by Elfie along. Fair point. Please don't. I won't. So the saliva's for a vampire? Vampire sunscreen. Can't a vampire get their chimera goo themselves? It's a wyvern chimera. Vampires don't. Vampires and fire don't mix too well. Still suck at reading. Also, if everyone just did their own quests, the quest economy would be in some shambles. Suppose that'd be terrible for your business. Indeed. Doesn't it bother you that it's for a vampire? No. Does it make you nervous? No. Did you mention that you like fangs? Did I mention that I have a great sword there? 3 times the size of your head? I'm sure a vampire would find that impressive. Have you encountered a chimera before? No, not a real one. Got me thinking, ain't it kind of blasphemous to steal from a draconic guardian? Depends. Hey Amber, thank you for stopping in. Good to see you. Depends, are you religious? Guess not. Then no. Would it be if I was? Don't think so. Chimeras steal riches all the time, and they were created to be guardians and protectors of the realm. So stealing something to protect someone else seems in line with the doctrine. Will be brief but had to stop by. I still appreciate it greatly. It's good to have you stop it. Thank you kindly. You get to listen to my little voice doing little voice stuff, and it's good. And it's good to see you. Hope you're having a great day at work. You deserve it. Happy almost Friday. You got this. Best podcast ever. Thank you kindly. So stealing something to protect someone else seems in line with the doctrine. Good thing you ain't a priest. You'd do a piss poor job. True! Thank you. Is blasphemy what you're most worried about? I ain't worried. Okay. Nervous? Ain't that either. Then what is it? Excitement, I suppose. Excitement? Don't laugh. I'm not laughing. I'm asking. Yes, excitement. I've never encountered a guardian before. And I've always sort of wanted to. Why haven't you? Ain't exactly easy to find one. Or to survive one. That seems like a great opportunity for you then. It is. What's it about guardians? I suck at reading, bro. I'm so bad at this. It's less about guardians and more about what created it. And maybe a little about the chimera. It's got a dragon head, right? Yes. Modeled after its creator, I would guess. So, let me rephrase that. What is it about dragons and chimeras with dragons' heads? They're cool. Hell yeah. You know what's up. We love it. Own it. Also, when I was little, my Baba used to tell me bedtime stories about dragons every night. She was a great adventurer and encouraged many of their creations on their journeys. Not sure if it was true, but she always claimed she met each of the realm keepers themselves. Had little keepsakes from them on all. My sword's one of those. Passed it on to me before she passed. Left. One day she was just gone. Think she wanted to spend her last moments somewhere else. Yeah, my dad went to get cigarettes and milk. Like, to think she visited one of her dragons one last time. Your family has a leaving problem. Rue! At least she left our savings alone. That sword and her stories were all I have left of her. Going on this quest, it almost feels like I'm stepping into a memory of hers. Did she ever tell you about Wyvern Chimera? No. It was the only kind she never encountered. I had quarrels with those feline ones. Different variety of scales. Even a cow one, I think. But never found a wyvern one in all of her years. It would have been nice to be able to tell her a story when I return. If I return. I'm sure you will. You can tell the story to me. I don't know if I'll make it for a good baba, but I'll enjoy a good tale. I'll think about it. You already got me talking too much. This is you talking too much? So, you like dragons? I do. They're fascinating creatures, very interesting, very magical. They are fascinating and magical. I used to pretend I was one when I was little. Really wanted their magic and their wings. You can just ask them for their magic. Not sure about the wings. I ain't a priest either. Besides, I'm a warrior. I don't do all that magic. Age rating. Why not? I like my sword and my muscle. They're a good combo. And I don't need to rely on anyone. Not even dragons. A little hurt never. I'm terrible. A little help never hurt anybody. A little self-reliance don't either. If you say so. Doesn't mean you don't want a drink to pep you up, Lynn? Didn't say that. I see. That doesn't count as help? It's payment for me taking on your quest. Sure. You'll be happy to hear that I have some special infusions to offer that could greatly help with your quest. Nah, that sounds unnecessarily complicated. Let's keep it simple. Alright, what can I get you then? I reckon a little boost for this body couldn't hurt. Heard they're quick and toothy, so I'll need to be hardy for this bite. Some defense might come in handy. Or something for the brain. Baba talked quite a lot about how much they enjoy a good ruse. Maybe I can outsmart them with the right play. But I need some intelligence for that. Won't be risking it with a bad idea. Are you sure you don't want any infusions? Just a little bit of fire chili could make you fire resistant. That could come useful in a fight. Dragons, you're stubborn. Sure, I'll try one. And on the topic of trickery, no, one's enough. Either you mix defense with your weird chilies, or go heavy with the intelligence. Don't need any more of your fancy tricks. You have so much patience. I'd be all skip. Nah, hun, this is the game. If you just skip through all this, you'd make a couple potions and then just PNGs flying across your screen. I don't care what you pick. That's your job. figure it out. Sure thing. So, we're either looking at cap intelligence or cap defense and fire resist. Let's go intelligence because that sounds more fun. So two charisma and the rest in int. Gotcha. Besides, this game's great. It's so funny. The writing is so good. You silly little goober. Gooby goober. So cute. Figured it out. Thanks. Hope you seasoned it with some trickery. It does feel weird, like my brain is sparkling. No refunds. How urgent is the sunscreen? Pretty urgent. Sun tends to not take a break, even for vampires. Maybe he should sunbathe less then. That might solve his problems. Might. But then an easy solution... but has an easy solution ever been fun? Good point. I'll see what I can do. Maybe they got some mice in that mangrove. Good luck. Won't be needing it. I'll be waiting to hear of your exploits upon your return. Kabalin! Feed the goob. Sweep, sweep. Alright, I think I'm gonna call it there for today. A little shorter, but that's okay. Got stuff to do. It's just making myself do it. So, we gotta run through. Ron, thank you for stopping in. Jade, thank you for stopping in. Amber, I'm glad you could make it too. Very much appreciated. Thank you. And VOD watchers, I appreciate you. You're awesome. Be careful. Rah. Hey, Jade. VOD. I value you. Be careful around her. Anyway, so. You get so upset. It's wonderful. Okay. We're not supposed to be moved out by the end of the month. Till the end of the month. So we've got a bit of time. I think we're going to be able to finish this game. I'm not certain how long it is. All I know is I'm having fun. And that's what matters. So, we'll see you around. Take it easy. Have a good one.